In the heart of Pakistan's political storm, a new controversy has erupted, revolving around alleged letters penned by former Prime Minister Imran Khan to the country's Chief of Army Staff, General Asim Munir. The controversy began with General Munir's outright denial of ever receiving any such communication from Khan. Speaking to the media, General Munir stated unequivocally that no letter from the former Prime Minister had reached his desk. He further added that even if such a letter were to be delivered, he would, as a matter of principle, forward it to the sitting Prime Minister without reading its contents. This seemingly straightforward denial, however, did little to quell the storm. Instead, it became the catalyst for a whirlwind of claims, counterclaims and accusations that further deepened the chasm in Pakistan's already polarized political landscape. The content of the alleged letters, General Munir's silence on their specific allegations and the timing of their leak to the media all became points of contention, fueling a heated debate about their authenticity and intent. The controversy brought to the forefront the deep mistrust and suspicion that have come to characterize the relationship between the country's powerful military establishment and Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf (PTI) party. Khan, since his ousting from power in April 2022, has been a vocal critic of the military, accusing it of orchestrating his downfall and undermining democracy in Pakistan. The alleged letters, with their implicit accusations and demands, appear to be a continuation of this narrative. The military's denial, on the other hand, is being viewed by some as an attempt to distance itself from the ongoing political turmoil and maintain its image as a neutral arbiter. However, the very public nature of the denial and the lack of a more detailed refutation of the letter's contents has done little to convince Khan's supporters, who see it as a further indication of the military's interference in the country's political affairs. At the heart of this political drama lie the alleged letters themselves. Imran Khan, imprisoned since August 2023 on what his supporters claim are politically motivated charges of corruption and terrorism, reportedly penned 3 open letters addressed to General Munir. These letters, according to Khan's lawyer Faisal Chowdhury, were intended to raise serious concerns about the state of Pakistan's democracy and the military's role within it. The letters, according to PTI officials, touched upon a range of issues that have been central to Khan's narrative of a rigged political system. They alleged widespread election rigging and manipulation, aimed at sidelining Khan and his party from power. They also raised concerns about the growing influence of individuals accused of money laundering, implying a nexus between corrupt politicians and powerful figures within the establishment. One of the most significant aspects of the letters was Khan's direct appeal to the military establishment, urging them to reconsider their alleged involvement in political affairs. He reportedly suggested 6 specific points for the military to improve its public image, reflecting his belief that the institution's reputation had been tarnished by its perceived interference in politics. In his latest letter, Khan reiterated his allegations of manipulated polls, further solidifying his stance that he was unjustly removed from office. The decision to make the contents of these letters public, despite their addressee denying their receipt, has further fueled speculation about their true purpose. Supporters of Imran Khan argued that the letters were intended to be a wake-up call for both the military establishment and the Pakistani public, highlighting the alleged rot within the system. By making them public, they claim, Khan sought to expose the truth and rally support for his cause. The government's response to the alleged letters was swift and scathing. Rana Sanaullah, a senior leader of the ruling Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz (PMLN), and a close confidant of Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, wasted no time in denouncing them as anti-army propaganda. He accused Khan and his party of deliberately spreading disinformation to create unrest and undermine the country's institutions. Sanaullah, in his rebuttal, pointed to the fact that the letters were first leaked to the media, rather than being delivered directly to General Munir, as evidence of PTI's ulterior motives. He argued that this indicated a deliberate attempt to stir controversy and pressure the military establishment, rather than engage in any genuine dialogue. The government's spokesperson echoed these sentiments, dismissing the possibility of the letters being part of any backdoor negotiations between PTI and the military establishment. They cited PTI's persistent criticism of the military, particularly in the aftermath of the May 9, 2023 protests, as proof of their adversarial stance. PMLN Senator Irfan Siddiqui further weighed in, labeling the letters a sign of Khan's despair and frustration at his current predicament. The government's narrative found resonance among some sections of the Pakistani society, particularly those wary of Khan's populist rhetoric and his attacks on state institutions. They viewed the letters as a dangerous attempt to incite discord between the military and the civilian government, potentially pushing the country towards further instability. The timing of the letters, coming at a time when the government was already grappling with a myriad of challenges, including a flailing economy and rising militancy, only added to their skepticism about Khan's motives. The controversy surrounding Imran Khan's alleged letters has brought to the fore the deep polarization that continues to plague Pakistani society. It has become yet another battleground in the ongoing power struggle between the country's political elite, with the military establishment looming large in the background. On one side of the divide are Khan's supporters, who view him as a victim of a political vendetta orchestrated by the ruling coalition and their alleged backers within the military. They believe that the letters, whether they reached General Munir or not, represent a genuine attempt by Khan to address what he perceives as serious threats to Pakistan's democracy. On the other side stand those who view Khan as a populist demagogue, willing to exploit any issue to further his own political ambitions. They see the letters as a calculated move to pressure the military, create chaos, and potentially pave the way for his return to power. This divide is further exacerbated by the lack of trust in the government and the military establishment, both of which have been accused of manipulating the system for their own benefit. The controversy has also highlighted the shrinking space for dissent in Pakistan. Khan's imprisonment, the crackdown on his supporters, and the accusations of media censorship have raised concerns about the future of democracy in the country. The use of open letters as a means of communication, while not unprecedented, reflects the shrinking space for open dialogue and debate in Pakistan's current political climate. The controversy surrounding Imran Khan's letters is unlikely to be resolved anytime soon. It is a symptom of a deeper malaise within Pakistan's polity, marked by a lack of trust, an unwillingness to compromise, and a penchant for resorting to conspiracy theories. Until these fundamental issues are addressed, Pakistan will continue to be plagued by instability, uncertainty, and a perpetual sense of crisis.